The 1970s weren't just about Star Wars and Star Trek, or Alien and Superman. It was a decade of technological breakthroughs and humanity's expanding frontiers, and sci-fi cinema reflected that with incredible variety. Even die-hard fans may have missed or forgotten some hidden gems. In this video, we'll look at 8 underrated sci-fi movies from the 1970s that deserve your attention. The 1970s were a golden age for science fiction in Eastern Europe, with Poland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and East Germany producing numerous films about a bright future. Czech director Karel Zeman, known for his imaginative storytelling, created several standout sci-fi movies during this time. One of them is On the Comet, an adventure comedy about knights who are swept away from Earth on a cosmic chunk of ice and find themselves at war with Arab warriors. The film's unique, engraving visual style gives it a distinctive atmosphere, making it a true cinematic gem. The film adaptation of Kurt Vonnegut's classic novel has long been considered a masterpiece, yet Slaughterhouse-Five isn't remembered as often as it deserves. Winner of a Cannes Film Festival award and a Golden Globe nominee, this film had the potential for even greater recognition. It has everything great sci-fi needs: time travel, space journeys, and aliens. But at its core, it's a profound generational drama that resonated with millions of young people around the world. John Borman's dystopian sci-fi Zardoz fits right in with the era's popular visions of a future that, despite its utopian veneer, turns out to be a prison and a death machine. The film follows a warrior who gets the chance to leave the harsh wastelands of a crumbling Earth and enter the paradise of Vortex, a seemingly perfect city. However, he soon discovers that this so-called pinnacle of civilization is decaying even faster than the brutal, lawless lands he left behind. French experimental filmmaker Louis Malle's Black Moon defies easy genre classification. Even the director himself struggled to define his work. Some view it as a story set in an alternate world where a war rages between women and men. Others interpret it as a parable about the triumph of feminism, while some simply enjoy it as a sci-fi thriller. Whatever the perspective, even a single viewing leaves a lasting impression. The sequel to the original Westworld, titled Future World, is far less known than its predecessor. With the release of the TV series that reimagined the 1970s films, Richard Heffron's movie has almost been forgotten. Yet, it's a solid example of quality sci-fi and one of the pioneers of computer graphics in the industry. The story takes place in the same robotic theme parks as the original, but this time, the villains swap out guests for robot duplicates in their plot to take over the world. Blending elements of Stephen King-style thrillers, Agatha Christie detective stories, and Robert Sheckley's brand of sci-fi, the Medusa touch was ahead of its time. The film's main antagonist embodies global terrorism, a threat humanity only truly faced in the 21st century. The story follows a comatose writer with psychic abilities, whose influence is still capable of wreaking havoc on the world. Even from the brink of death, he poses a threat, and stopping him is far more difficult than it initially seems. The adventure sci-fi Time After Time might seem like a lighthearted and frivolous film to many, and it is, more of an ironic detective story and romance than a serious sci-fi film, but it certainly has its charm. Moreover, Time After Time served as a prologue to a whole genre of time-traveling chase films and series. In this case, H.G. Wells chases Jack the Ripper through the years, all while managing to find the love of his life. This film is a classic time traveler story, and what makes it especially intriguing is its Japanese origin. There aren't many films like this. The plot centers around a group of soldiers who, while on their way to a training exercise, find themselves slipping into 15th century Japan, torn apart by civil war. Modern weaponry allows them to defeat the samurai, but no tank or bulletproof vest can save them from betrayal.